Well, 5 o'clock in the morning. I'm in central Oklahoma, right here outside the shop house. Hitting the road, heading to central Colorado with my buddy Kyle Lopez and KB Outdoors for a hunt that I've waited on to be a part of for a long, long time. It's gonna be my first lion hunt, and I'm excited to get up there. We got some great weather. It is cold here in central Oklahoma, 15 degrees and dropping. So it's even colder where I'm heading. So I'm gonna hit the road and hopefully be chasing some kitty cats in the near future. Well, we are in Colorado. When I say we, I mean me, because I just made a 10-hour trip all by myself, and as you can see, it is sunny and beautiful with a fresh coat of snow on the ground, and it's about 1 degree. On the tip, the thermometer on my truck says 1 degree. So, pretty excited. About to walk into old Walmart here, buy my lion tag. So, let's go.
All right, we got the dog box loaded up. So now we just got to throw our gear in there and tomorrow morning load up the hound doggies and see if we can find the track.
I'm going on my first mountain lion hunt. I'm so excited. Let's go, man.
We're gonna get one, man.
I can't wait. I just wish it was colder.
Yeah, it's like, what, 3 degrees?
I don't know if it's that hot. It's pretty cold.
Could be worse.
Yeah. All right, you see that? You see what I got? That's a broadhead. Don't touch it. It's sharp. Cut you. That's pretty cool, huh? Don't touch it. Don't want to touch it. But yeah, don't touch it. Well, first morning lion hunting here in central Colorado. It's cold. I like it. Clear skies. Fresh layer of snow. Oh, heck yeah. That snow was not here last night. Sweet.
Sit still. Time to go have some fun. These ones didn't come from up there. They were down here.
Yep. Well, that means you got more out there.
There was a big group up at the ranch last weekend. I think my dad said there was like 75 from that house.
75? Yeah. Well, we are just approaching the ranch right now. Lucky enough to be tagging along with the man, myth, and legend, Kyle Lopez, over here in the driver's seat. Going to a ranch that I'm actually halfway familiar with. Been fortunate to kill a turkey out here back with Kyle back in 2017.
Yep.
And I killed a really nice mule deer out here in 2018. So now in 2022, we're gonna try to kill a big old mountain lion.
Big old kitty cat.
Meow. So beautiful country. Getting out here right at daylight. hopefully be turning the dogs loose in the next short while. Right, Kyle?
Yep.
Well, made it out here to Mr. Rudy's house. Familiar territory. Actually hunted here back in 2018. We stayed here at Rudy's house upstairs, and open in the morning. We actually walked from the porch and walked up on that hillside right there, and got a great velvet mule deer. So now Kyle's over here trying to get the buggy started. It's been a little cold natured this morning. The snow is a lot deeper than anticipated. Is that correct?
Yes.
Much deeper than we thought. That's a lot of snow. We are officially cat hunting. Well, we're looking for a track right now.
All right, so we got an old cat track here. If you look at it, you can see that it's in a straight line. Walking, it's not dragging its feet at all. Typically, them cats, they like to meander up through rocks and whatnot, so that's a good sign.
That's a good sign.
Now
Obviously,
we just got to go find him over there.
right.
Down to a quarter tank.
Kyle Lopez, everyone. Kyle Lopez.
Getting after it. We made it.
Now we're out of fuel. Now we're out of fuel. Well, my first official cat hunt is over.
It is.
We made a loop. Turns out the snow was a little bit deeper than anticipated,
Yep.
and so we couldn't quite go into every spot that you was hoping to
Yeah,
go
that I
to.
was hoping to get to, yeah.
But we did make a pretty good run and drove several miles. So seen some cat tracks, but they were old.
Yep.
So we know there's cats out here. There's mountain lions in these hills. So now it's getting ready for tomorrow, right?
Yep, we'll put the tracks on the other Ranger and we'll go into the deep dark holes now.
So we're gonna put tracks on. It's gonna take a while to put that on. Have it by this afternoon,
Yeah.
fire it off, and
Yep.
be out here in the morning again.
Yes, sir.
Let's do it. Day one ended with some old tracks, but positive spirit. Let's go. Well, it is day two here in central Colorado, and start lion hunting. Yesterday, we made a loop, made a good run. Seen some tracks. They were old tracks, but the snow was deeper than we anticipated. So we actually had to come back to Kyle's parents' house, put tracks on a different buggy, which is right behind me on the trailer. This will allow us to get basically anywhere we want to go, and glide on top of that snow. So right now we're about to load the dogs up. Get heading that way. It's about 45 minutes, maybe a little more with the snow, to the ranch, which you can't see, but is over my shoulder right now. Right on the south side of Pikes Peak, so let's go. That's pretty cool.
Dude, that club is gnarly.
What we doing, Kyle?
Well, we're gonna load the dogs up, go see if we can find a track, hit a couple places that we weren't able to look at yesterday. Copper, come here. And Just see if something's moving. There's a lot more game moving this morning, so I'm feeling pretty confident.
I am as well.
Copper, Copper, come here. Let's go. It ain't time to hunt yet. Come on, Copper. Go. Come on, boys. Come on.
Traveling a little better today?
Yeah, it's a little easier.
It's like a female from what I guess.
I'm surprised we didn't cut it over there. Well, she's curving this way. Let's cruise the road a little bit, make sure she's not, you know, going that way. You know, at least now we know where the start of it is, but I judge that's about 3 inches. Yeah, I'd say it's probably a female if I had to guess. Stride length isn't all that big, you know, that's probably 30 inches there.
Yeah. So, not something to go after?
Well, I mean, I'm game for anything. I think we'll definitely cruise down here, because if you look at her track over here, see she turns, and she's kind of going that way. So, you know, we may cut it somewhere down that direction. But hey, that's all it took, man. Was just a little bit of nicer weather and game moving.
And we're able to travel a little more ground, and
Yep.
I love it.
Heck yeah, well, let's go.
Dude, I seen that track in the snow. I was like, it's a cat track.
Well, see how she's dragging her feet? That's how I can tell it's a female too, because she's probably not very tall. So the snow's deep enough that her foot is hitting as she comes out. But see what I was telling you, how they go under trees like that?
Yeah.
They love doing that. They walk under trees or rock piles or... Heck yeah, man.
Let's do it.
Well, we cut a fresh track, very fresh track. It looks to be a medium, smaller size female.
Yeah, probably right around 100 pounds or so, maybe more.
100 pounds. And for the record, we have one cat left in this unit for the quota. And I'm not a picky individual, but what we're gonna do right now, 2 things. One is we're driving the road to see if we can head that track off anywhere else, so we can start a little bit further along the line. And then 2, we're also gonna run for a little bit to see if we can find another track, correct?
Yeah, just make sure, you know, another male hasn't cut through or something.
Because we know that there's at least one big male that's been in the area this year, and so it'd be great, and he's a big male. It'd be great to get on him, but regardless, we know where to start the hounds.
Yep.
For the day. So we're gonna make some more runs, or travel some more ground and see if we can cut another one or cut this one off again. But we'll be letting the dogs loose soon.
Yes, sir.
Well, we made a big giant loop trying to cut off that track somewhere. We never ran back into it, so we think we know. Well, it either went to this big ridge of rocks, or it slipped out one other direction that we couldn't quite get around to. But most likely it's in those rocks. That's where I would bet.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too.
We haven't ran into another track yet, but we are heading back to the first track right now. We're gonna let the dogs out.
Yes, sir.
Who let the dogs out? Who let the dogs out? Who? Kyle's not a fan of the song.
He is a fan of the song.
He is a fan of the song. He's concentrating.
He's trying to turn. Yeah.
So we got GPS. You got telemetry too?
No, I didn't bring the telemetry today.
Yeah.
Because
Copper's gonna be the striker.
yeah.
So you got GPS right there. It's pretty cool. Which one's this?
This is Thunder.
Hey, Thunder. Thunder, you gonna bring the thunder, we're gonna bring the lightning.
Brownie neck. I freaking cinch it down all the way and it's still not even tight. Oh, fuck, I put it on backwards too.
Copper's not
Copper. He's excited.
He knows what's happening.
Yep.
These dogs live for this, don't they? Hey, Copper. Hey, you're gonna get a chaser. You're gonna get a chaser, all right? Yeah.
Anyways, his tail's wagging, so he's excited. See it right there. Step on that log. Get here, Copper. He's working it.
Well, Copper, he'll start barking whenever he gets on it.
When it heats up, the track gets hot is what we call it. He'll start baying.
It's me. Do what?
No, it's a bobcat. Little bobcat.
Oh, yeah. That is a bobcat. That's fresh. Yeah, she could be anywhere right here. There's a fresh kill, right?
Yes, sir. That's pretty cool. You don't get to see him do that, often. Kill a bobcat like that.
How far out are they?
Copper, 233 yards. He's over on that hill.
Yeah.
Thunder, come here. And the whole time figuring out how to get off.
That's
We're
fair.
gonna have a
That's a fair question.
I think we're gonna have to go.
Right?
Shoot it there.
If I go down this without falling, breaking my bow. Is there a road over there?
Well, technically we could be in the buggy and we could be cruising, but I'm a little bit worried if they start heading that way.
Yeah, then we gotta
Tracked her a pretty good while, honestly. Maybe 500-600 yards, but like through some extremely rough stuff. We've been up and down, and what we think that he got to, or she got to the rock cropping, and the dogs lost him. So we got Copper, Crash, and Lightning leashed up. Kyle just walked down the fence line to see if we can cut the track again. But right now it's about finding the cat's track and then put the dogs back on it, hopefully.
Kind of sorting out a mess here. The dogs had two different bobcats come in here, and I think it messed with them because they got on the bobcats and the cat in here too. And I figured out that they backtrailed this bobcat up here, and then they figured it out, and that's when they came back to us. So I think this cat's actually headed south, or she hit this fence line and went down it. So
Right.
we go back over there and try to see if we can sort it out and get the dogs lined out, because they were doing good for a while.
Yeah.
But it's hard when you get multiple cats,
Yeah.
They don't know the difference between them.
That's fair. That's fair. I think she went down that fence line.
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking. And all this tracks are just so freaking hard to see in this pattern.
Yeah. Like literally sugar, like I told you the other day.
It's just like sugar, and then all their feet are about the same size as her feet.
Yeah.
And so they're all the same.
What happened?
That, sir, is a lot of action.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I guess we'll circle back to the buggy and see if we can turn her up somewhere. If not, we'll try again tomorrow.
Let's do it. So exciting. I know it's a heck of a lot easier to walk around with that camera in my hand and that bow in my bag, on my back. Well, it is day 3 here in Central Colorado, going on our mountain lion adventure. Kyle Lopez, and today we got self-proclaimed legend in the background, Mr. Steve Lopez, coming along to straw boss the whole situation. He has a lot more experience than me and Kyle, so very grateful to have him along. It's cold again this morning. It's like negative 17 wind chill right now is what the weather app said. Feels like it. But after today, it's starting to warm back up again. So hopefully we can get on something again today and maybe get it up in a tree. Well, back at it again today. We got warm weather coming in, so hoping to cut a track or two today, get on something, because we may not have this snow for much longer, right, Kyle?
Yeah, maybe another day or so.
For sure this morning, obviously. This morning's perfect conditions, but tomorrow it might be iffy.
Yeah.
And then after tomorrow, for sure, it's probably not likely. So,
Yeah, we're definitely losing it on the south slopes. Pretty bad.
So anyway, we're gonna find one right now. We'll be on the trail shortly with Mr. Kyle and his father Steve at the helm. Put us along for the ride.
Well, trying to sort this out, but we came back to the kill, and yesterday the face of the cat was all uncovered, the bobcat, and today she's got it completely covered up with leaves. So here in a second, I think we ought to go look at it. We'll uncover it and see how much more she ate, because, you know, yesterday we knew she only ate the flank. But right now we're trying to sort out how she came back into this and how she left. All right, so we got a cat scrape here. So that cat came back in last night. She ate on that bobcat some more. Then she came over here, dig through this, just like any cat does. And they cover their feces up.
So now the major mystery is to figure out how she left.
Yeah, and I have a sneaking suspicion we just jumped her off of this, because as we were walking in, I heard a stick break over here, but we just got to figure out where she went.
Okay.
Oh, now the search continues.
Old legs, you got to get them going.
You gotta get those legs going, huh? Are you doing good? We got fresh tracks. The only problem is trying to figure out which way they go, because she came into this little grove of trees and she's been doing loops like she was in here hunting last night. So we're just trying to find the freshest one and basically find the end of it, essentially. So
We're about to go track this cat down for Mr. B.A. Got it lined out. It's been making a bunch of circles and trying to give us a slip. It is a smart old cat. He don't really know, but she's been around here for a while, so she knows how to make loops and make things confusing, but we think we got it lined out, and we're fixing to put a dog on, and me and him are gonna see what happens. But I think we'll have good luck, and we're gonna get her turned up and lined out and in a tree here in a couple hours.
thumbs up.
Get you on it, I promise. Yep, I told you.
Go get it. Go get it. Let's go, Copper.
No.
Okay, it's doubling back and actually headed for the south end Salt Lick.
That's why he's been circling.
I got Copper leashed up because she's moving back and forth and zigzagging and he's losing the track. So now that we're on top, I just need to follow him.
Look how far they hit when they run. Just boom, boom.
Yeah. Yeah, she's hauling the male across this field, huh?
Yep.
Tell me what's going on, Kyle.
Well, we're in
Update.
front of her now. I think the Copper jumped her back here. She did some sneaky stuff trying to zigzag and lose him, but we got her right here. She's clearly running and headed off here to the east.
Hey, man.
Heck yeah, man.
She's running. Good job, Copper. Steve, you did okay, too.
I literally drove down the road, and I bet you she crossed right behind me not a minute after I went across down the road. Anyway,
Good boy, son. Good boy. Get it. Go get her.
Think they're on it?
They're all following each other. I lost comms with Crash.
Yeah. Well, we caught a track running across open field. Clearly a fresh track. Dogs got on, all three of them. Steve was right behind the dogs and found where the cat had actually bedded. And Kyle said that they don't like to sprint very far. They can't sprint very far, so they probably sprint across this field. Got in the trees and then laid down to catch his breath. So it seems like off the GPS that the dogs are on it pretty good.
Well, I don't know what we got going on, to be honest with you. 2 dogs came back. We got another dog running this way all by himself, so who knows? He could be on it, he could not be. Really don't know at this point.
Why are the dogs having a hard time getting on it?
It's hard to say. She might be doing some tricky stuff down in the trees, or really don't know what she's doing.
That's what we're doing right now. Is we got the dogs leashed up. Oh yeah, look at this south-facing slope. Yeah, and yeah, so a lot of these hills are melting, especially the south-facing slopes. And it looks like this cat got on this slope, and that's where the dogs lost her. Yeah, if you can see behind me, see all that dirt and grass? It's because the snow's melted. They were running her freaking butt right here too.
Crash went farther than this.
So the last track is right here. And then as you can see, it turns into dry ground. So this is what's gonna make it real difficult for those dogs. They can't go from wet to dry. Is that Crash?
That's Crash right there.
So he's got a track right now of Crash where he was trying to find the cat's track.
What happened? Crash got to here, he started looping because he can't find her.
That's right. Oh yeah, right there. She just kept on. See it?
Oh yeah, I see her right there.
That's melting out already.
It's not good.
Dude, that's not good. Like this is it.
This is bad.
Well,
I feel bad for Crash.
yeah, Crash was on her.
Poor guy, you know, he's trailing her hard, and then she just hit that big open patch back there, and
Yeah.
he just lost her.
So we got a track going right here. One there. Probably into all that. We've tracked it a little bit further.
Yep.
along this little spine, this little razorback. And what is your assessment of the situation?
Well, she's headed, basically she's kind of headed southeast, and problem is she's gonna get down to the bottom of here and more likely keep dropping down into the canyon, and we've got no roads or nothing over there. And we also, as we can see, we got a bunch of south slopes here that, you know, she's hitting burned off areas, and it's just gonna be a nightmare for the dogs to have to go 400 yards and then line it out again and go again. So if this was 9 o'clock in the morning, it'd be a different story. But being that we're at noon and we've technically only got 4.5 hours of daylight left, 5 hours maybe.
We were so close. She ran across that field
She
because
did.
we were on her.
We were. And Crash did good. I mean, he was
Yeah.
on her the whole time. He just, when she hit that big open grassy area, he lost her.
Yep.
But that's the way lion hunting goes sometimes.
That's right. I had a great time on my first line hunt, man.
Oh, shoot, yeah, man, it was fun.
I wish we maybe could have seen one, but
Yeah,
that's okay.
we came close to seeing one.
There'll be another time, won't there?
That's right, there will be.
Yeah, well, I had a blast. So it's pretty cool getting to watch these guys do the thing and track these. Like you're putting together a giant puzzle.
Pretty much, yeah. Yep.
Putting together a giant puzzle the entire time, and hopefully we had some bad luck with the dogs. So with the snow melting and then that bobcat, most likely that cat got up in some rocks yesterday.
I think
Hid.
so. Yeah, I think
And
that,
then there was bobcats, and it was
Yeah.
just the dogs were confused.
Yep.
So
Same thing again today. They just got confused when they couldn't smell it no more.
yeah, that's all right. There'll be another time.
Yep.
Time to go.